Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to episode 101, even though it says episode 100 on it. Yeah. So, along the side, it says episode 100, but that was last week. Into the hundreds now. Starting to feel old, probably because I had a birthday this week. You can see I've changed around where I am this week. I am facing a totally different way. I've got the clock behind me so I can see and keep an eye on the time. And yeah, good morning to everyone. I find the mornings in Sydney cold, so hence I'm wrapped up. But yeah, that's it. So anyway, today we're going to have a look at this sweet velvet meadow. Now, do you know what if you look at this picture here, actually, it'll show you. See these here? It's like lamb's tail. So when you touch the leaves, they're really velvety. That's the feeling you get with velvet meadow. It's like having a nice warm velvet jacket. These are the colors. And I love it if I move this over a little bit. You can actually see that in the catalogue, they actually list all the colours that you can use with this suite. And that isn't all of them. You can use other ones as well. But let me show you the papers, just so you can see them. I'm going to leave these ones to the end. Okay. They're in Berry Burst, Daffodil Delight, Peaceful Pine, Basic Beige, Bubble Bath, all these. You could get away with other colors as well, but aren't they pretty? And if you feel them, if you're a person who likes touching things, you can feel this beautiful texture on them. So this is a little bit of one of the papers. The other side has that on it. There's this one, and the other side is very neutral. But you could use those together. How beautiful is that? These you can cut up and make into cards and use the middle bit as well. I love this one. It's really all velvet. You can see that on it. And I actually like sitting this way because you can actually get a little bit of depth with the colors and so on. Other side, it's almost like a Wedgwood blue on the other side. Let's have a look at what else we've got. This one, and on the back of this, they're tiny little white flowers. And have we got any others? Oh, there's this one with big, big flowers on it. Yeah, that one. And again, this here is all flocked. And have I got them all? I think that's about all of them. Yep. And not only do you have these, but this, you can get this along with it. This is called Velvet Meadow, and it's specialty paper, and it comes in white, Peaceful Pine, and Bubble Bath. No, yeah, I think that's the colors. So you got this. If you feel it, it's just all really, really soft. Now, one thing I've noticed is when you die cut it, it changes color and gets a little lighter. I'd like to work out a way that I could die cut it that it didn't do that, but I haven't worked that out yet. This is the green, this is a white, and this is the pink. And it makes beautiful, beautiful pages of cards and so on. So let's put that to the side. We'll just put it down here on the floor, and this one to the side. And we'll put this to the side and we will get started. Okay. So today, this is the stamp set. When I get my stamps and my dies, now these days, I put them together like this. So this is a stamp, this is a die. I put them back to back. So then when I want to use them, I can pull them out. So I just put a band around them, and that keeps them together. So you can see on this one that we have some flowers. It's called Flowering Meadow, and some lovely sentiments. And this side, a lot of these cut out what's on this side. So you can see that. Okay. Excellent. So that's what we're going to do today. Now, the first card I'm going to do today is this one. I did this one at retreat, and I really liked it. This uses some of that sheet that I was telling you can cut up to make for cards. You can make it landscape or portrait. I did this one landscape. I used the velveteen here and some of the ribbon from the in color. I think it's just a pretty card. So let's go for this one first. Okay. So here's my peaceful pine. I've already I die cut some of these little leaves out. I love them because they've got like a little edge to them. Can you see that? Right along. So they're actually quite delicate. This is going to be my inside layer. So let me get my tape, which is being a little bit stubborn this morning. This one doesn't want to go round. Let's get another one. It's not like I don't have any. I'll work that one out later. There we go. That's what it should do. That one was just being a little stubborn. And I'm just going to pop that on the inside of the card. And this here is actually the velvet meadow. Can you see that? When you touch it, you get that lovely feel to it. Okay, now to make up the front of the card, got this piece. That's the other side. What I'm going to do is put the ribbon on first. And I've just got a piece of peaceful pine ribbon. I love this ribbon. Let me see where I want to put it. About a quarter of the way up, I think. Stick it on, and I'm going to stick this on the front of the card. Really very simple. Push it down, and I've made a little bow as well, as you can see, and I've got some glue dots here. I'm hoping I'm organized today. Some days I'm more organized than others. And I'm just going to pop that on there. But before I put the bow on, I want to put these on. So I'm going to get these. These are die cuts I've used. This one is from the white velveteen. This is from the green velveteen, as is this one. Okay. You can see that they're subtly different, but not much. But yeah. So let's turn them all over, so I can put some glue dots. I'm just going to pull this out of the box because it's easier for me to handle, and put a few glue dots on the backs of these leaves, like so. I hope those of you who celebrate Mother's Day had a lovely day. I certainly did. Not only was it Mother's Day, but it was also my birthday. So we had a double celebration. In the morning, all the family, including all the grandchildren, of which 4 had slept over at my place on Saturday night, we all went to church, and after church we had family photographs, which was lovely. Just different generations and different people. So I got some lovely pictures of myself and the grandkids. These are sticking to my hand. Move them out of the way when I've put the dots on them, which was really precious. And one with my son and daughter as well. And then come home and chilled. Went to see my mother-in-law in the afternoon. and take her some flowers. What do you take a 94-year-old? Yeah, but she enjoyed the little visit. And then my daughter's family invited me up for dinner because the kids wanted to do something special. And my grandson, who is 10, helped his mum make a cake for me, which I thought was really precious. This one here is just in the Peaceful Pine cardstock. Okay, so I've done all of that, and I've got a dot there for the ribbon. Excellent. I think that's that done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one on in behind like that, and the other green one on the other side. And you see it's easy because I've got all the dots on them already. And that one in the middle. And then I've got this, and that's going to go there, like that. Now this is one of the scalloped edged dies, and I use the velvet for this. Okay, so what I am going to do is just put, and I use Berry Burst ink for this, just stick this onto the card, turn it over, and get some dimensionals, which I did get out. Behind them on the table. Oh, here they are. I knew it got them out because I did prepare some this morning. Put one there. I'm using the edge up on these because they're used almost all the center ones. So now I can use the edges and I don't waste anything. And take the backs off. Pop it in here. Okay, they're all removed. And so far, I've been really fortunate. I haven't even got glue on my hands. Isn't that great? And I shall put my hello on the card. Now I've got some of the in color dots. These are the peaceful green ones. There are two kinds. There's the dots, and then there's butterflies as well, which you could use in all the different colors. Put that one there, and I'll put a small one perhaps there. And that is my first card. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so that's my hello card. My second card today is Just Because, and I did this one at Retreat too. This is using Berry Burst, which is not a colour that I use very often, but I thought this might be fun today. Okay, get rid of the bag, get all the flowers out. So I've got a Berry Burst background, Peaceful Pine, and then the DSP. And again, I've used this in the inside. So let's put the card together. Okay, so here's my Berry Burst. Get everything out. That's my base. I'm going to leave that aside for the moment. And I am going to place this one on top of the Peaceful Pine. So let's turn it over. I think, do you know, I was thinking when I looked at this side of this that it would look lovely with the broken, what is it, the broken pottery one, the Kintsugi one. That side would look really nice on that. So now this is one of the other DSPs, different color. I'm going to put this on the on the smaller piece. So let's do that. Okay. Now I should have my Berry Burst ribbon somewhere, which I thought I did, but I don't. But let's do the inside. So I've just got a piece of my Peaceful Pine here, and thanks to Bev, I got a bit of glue around the top of this. I must clean it off afterwards. And her elastic band. I can do this when I get it to come out. think it's getting empty. I'm just going to put some glue dots in the back of this one. Okay, pick it up. And because it's going to be going the other direction, I can do that. Okay, so that's going to go inside the card. Now let's do this. So I've got, I thought I had the berry burst ribbon. I think it's probably fallen out. But if you give me 2 seconds, I'll grab it. And it is here. I think, is that the one? Or is that the lighter one? That's the lighter one. You could use that one. Or this one, I think, is any of these colours would do. Since I can't find exactly the colour I want there, I might use this one because this one actually matches really, really, really well. Okay. So what I am going to do is pop this around the card. Now this is Petunia Pop. So this is one of the colours that's not current anymore, but you know, you always have extra ribbon, and it's good to keep some of that extra ribbon because you never know what colours match up. So I think what I want to do first is do a knot there, and that just holds that nicely in place like that. And then I'll make my bow. There we go. Because I've got all my ribbons behind me, so that makes it really easy to just grab something when I need it. There we go. And I shall get some ribbon scissors. I have a pair of scissors that I keep specially for ribbon, and it says ribbon only on them. That means that they cut really nicely. Okay, you don't get that rough edge. So that's their job, to cut ribbon. You know how dressmakers love to keep their scissors really sharp, and they get really cranky when people use them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a tiny little bit of glue on the back of this, and I'm going to build my card up first. Okay, pop that in there. Then I'm going to use this, but I'm going to put this on dimensionals because I want it to sit out from the card. Okay, so let me get my dimensionals. We'll pop these on the card. I'll put one up there. Has been cut, but it doesn't want to leave. And then let's do one of these there. And another one there. That'll do. Okay. Now, take the backs off. Pop those away, out of the way. And that is going to go on the card like that. So I just used some white cardstock and berry burst, and then I could use one of these as well on it. So I could put this one, which I might do just to be different from the other one. So pop that on like that, and I will put dimensional on the back so it sits up. And I'm just going to put one on this, pop that one there, and one on the other one. We must be on the iron route this morning. Okay. Now find out something interesting this week. These are our new Stampin' Up! Pens, and they're white markers, and they're actually amazing. What I can do is they work really well if I want to just do this here around, and I'm going to do this one in dots as well. So a bit full around the center. And it takes on a little bit of the color of the flower, but that saves you even having to put a center on the flowers. Okay, now I've got some peaceful pine leaves here that I'm going to stick on. And I think I'm just going to put, I could use glue dots on these. I am just going to stick that in like that. Let's get another one. Put some glue dots on it. I'm not too worried about the bottom of it because it's going to be tucked in behind the ribbon. So you can see, oops, that it can go there. And I might move that flower so it's on top of that. Okay. I actually think that's probably enough. And then I've got my just because here. And I should put it in a totally different place from the other one. So I'm just going to cut out really close to the stump. Oh, we have some rain outside this morning. I can hear it falling. Good day for crafting, actually. I just want to straighten that a little bit so that it's like that. And I shall put those on long dimensionals. And I've got some skinny ones here that I can use that I cut out from the side, which are great for this sort of thing when you've got a skinny piece. You can put those on and put that in place. And I'm just going to pop it down the bottom just because. Okay, now to pop this on dimensionals. So let's get going on that. I've got a couple of those I'll use first. Then I'll use that one in the middle, that one up the top, and that one there. And so yeah, so I had a lovely day on Sunday. I was tired yesterday, but that was okay. You can see this one is subtly different to the other one, but that's okay. I just want to straighten that a little bit. There we go. And all I have to do now is put some tape on the back here. And place this on the front. I actually quite like the lighter colored ribbon on it. Just picks up the background, doesn't it? Yeah. And let's pop this on the inside. There we go. And I could even put two of those there, but I'm just going to leave that. I've got a little tiny little bit of glue on that. Okay, so just because, slightly different version. Now, my last card today is one that I created yesterday using the, whoops, just get all of this stuff out. The DSP and kind of peaceful pine, which is, it's just such a beautiful color. Yeah, I love it. And I used the velveteen and I used bubble bath paper. And I used the scallop dies. So the scallop dies are these here, scallop blooms. And there's a whole bunch of these that all nest inside each other. As you can see, that was the one I used for hello, and you can use those. So I will be doing a card with those at a later time. So let's try and put this together. Remember how I told you that the in colors that came in the dots, and they also come in the butterflies. So you get all the colors of the butterflies plus white in that there, which is wonderful. And I'm going to use some of those on this card. Okay, so we've got our card. This is our base, and that's the insert. Now, where did my piece go that goes on there? It looks like it has disappeared. Well, we can fix that up because on the floor, I have it right here. Just let me pull it out. Wrong one. Get the right one. Here we go. I'm sure I have it somewhere. Probably just fallen in. Okay, so this is the full piece, and I'll grab this. I'm going to cut it. Just working out where I want to cut. I want to cut it this way, I think. So I'm going to make this 10 wide. 10 wide by 14.5. Here we go. I'll put that to the side. That's going to go on the front. So this is going on the inside. I should stick this down and then I'll work out what I'm going to do on the inside afterwards. So that's the inside for people to write on. And this is going to go on the front. Now, I've got some ribbon here, and I know I had it. It's fallen out. There we go. I've got the Berry Blush and the Peaceful Pine. Actually, I was thinking I might use a different piece in this. If you look at this piece carefully, and you probably can't see it, but if I set it on top of that, you can see that there's a little pull in it just there. So what I think I want to do is to get another piece, and that's probably when we've been opening up the ribbon that's happened. And I'm not too worried about having a rough edge on this one because it's going to go behind. So that's my ribbon. I just feel that that would show up. So might not, but anyway, let's turn this over. I'm going to put some tape right along the inside here. And down the middle. The first one I'm going to put on is the green, the Peaceful Pine. Let's put it in a bit further. I actually think that's the top, the bottom. Here we go. This is better. Let's move it up to about there. Just not quite happy with where I placed it. But one bit up. Nice thing about doing this beforehand. Then I've got the Berry Blush, and I'm going to layer this over the top of the Peaceful Pine. So we've got, I want that side to come down just a little bit over the Peaceful Pine. Come on. And stick it. Okay, now because I've put that tape on, I'm just going to put some glue on the top of it and place it on my card. There we go. Looks like the right way up. Push that down well so that it's sticking. Now, I think I want just to pull that up a little bit on that side, so it looks better. These are my scalloped edges. So I've got a bubble bath and the velveteen ribbon, the velveteen specialty paper. And all I'm going to do is, I can't remember, I think I just stuck it straight on. And I'm going to build this before I put it on the card. So let's pop that on in the center and leave my card over to the side. And I've stamped and cut lots of little bits. Okay, so I've got some leaves here that I've stamped. These are like, they almost look like berries, but there's actually a flower that looks like this. And then I've got, so this isn't berry burst and this isn't blackberry bliss. And then I've got some beautiful leaves as well. Okay, so let's start and build this up. I think I will do this one first. Okay, I could use tweezers for this, which would be very good too. I shall pop that like that. And I will put the berry on last. What I think I want to do next is to put this on. So turn it over, put some glue on the stem, a little bit on the bottom, turn it over, stick it on the card. And then I'm going to use these as fillers, okay? So that will go on. But before I do that, let's pop this on. So I think I will do, I did this is second generation stamping on this one. So I might put this one on first. And I'm going to just tip up that leaf for a moment and get that and pop it under it like that. Okay, so it sits there. Now, I think this one I will put on next. Some more glue on the leaves. Turn it over. Place it there. Now, get that to push it down. I do love my silicone mat for doing that. That really works well. Now, let's get some dimensionals on the back of these. I'm going to use this one for the front. I'm going to put it on upside down. There we go. It's going to go there. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on this one as well, because I really wanted to sit up a little bit. There we go. That will be enough. Take 3 off the back. And I am going to place this on the card up top like that. Okay. Now, if I wanted to, I could put this here as well, but I'm not going to do that. I think that's enough on it, especially if I put some butterflies and things on it. Okay, now, you know how I said about the white pen? I discovered yesterday when I did this that if I just do a center on the flowers like that, it actually picks up the berry burst, as you will see, and makes it it's sort of almost like the bubble bath. Can you see it just has picked up the berry burst? Now, turn this over, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. one. That one didn't want to come onto my pick. That one there, one in the middle, and another one there. And I think that should be enough. Let's get the backs off. And still has a back on it. So this is going to go on the top of the card, like that, right in the middle. Okay, and I'll put the embellishments on it in a minute. So I have stamped so many reasons to celebrate from the stamp set. I've pre-cut it, stuck it on some peaceful pine, and now I'm just going to go around the edge. So this is not using any dies or anything, it's just fussy cutting. Well, it's not even fussy cutting, it's just cutting around the edge. And this is actually, yeah, this is the cardstock has sort of a lovely feel to it too. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. 1, 2, 3. Such a beautiful, beautiful set. Okay. Take the paper off the back. And I'm just going to pop that down the bottom. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to these. So first thing I'm going to do is to use some of these. Pop that one there. And I'll pop a small one up there. And another small one over there. Okay. Now I've used those up. Let's put them back in their packet. And I shall get the butterflies out. Now you can see that they come in lots of colors. We've got the blush, the Ready Blush, Crisp Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, Peaceful Pine, and Hydrangea Hue. I think I want to use this on there because I think that shows up quite well. And you know what? I think I'm going to use a second one of those because the reason being is if I put a Berry Blush one on that, I'll show you what I mean. It's just going to disappear. So I think I will use a couple of little mini ones on this side and a full one on that side. Now, on the inside of my card, I am just going to put a little bit of glue, multi-purpose glue on this leaf. I'm going to pop it down there. And then I'm going to get this one. And I'm going to place that beside it. Like that. Okay. So that is, I'll just close this up so I don't forget. Got it upside down. There we go. It's the right way up. So that's using the little butterfly. So I'm looking forward to using the Hydrangea Hue ones because I love this color. And I can set that aside. So let's have a look. I have this and I could have put, if I'd wanted to, I could have stuck that just in like something like there. but I don't think I need that. If I wanted to add a little bit of extra on the inside. But I'm quite happy with what I've got. Let's get rid of those two little bits of paper. And that bit. And I have another piece. Okay, let's have a look at the cards I made today. I'll just move some of this stuff out of the way. So we have this one, which this is the one I made today. So many reasons to celebrate. Then I have Just Because, that's the one I pre-made. This is the one I've just made. I could end up putting this on the inside of that too, so that it has a little bit of color. There is a die cut that you could use as well. But you know what? I just like the way that colors in. And this is the other one. So let's pull them down a little bit so that you can see them. That's not sitting on the computer. And that's my 3 cards from Velvet Meadow today. I hope you like them. It is a pretty set. I know I'm a bit partial to flowers. I just love flowers. I'm not very good at growing them, but I love looking at a flower shop and seeing all the different colors, and I love them inside. So that is my cards for today. Next week, I'm hoping to do Lily of the Valley, or Valley Blooms, I think it's called, which I also love. And I made a Mother's Day card for my mother-in-law for that as well, which I might show you as well. Okay, so that's for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast, and that you can join me next week. And we're going fast through May. Okay, so see you next time. Bye.